This is WFO Radio.
Welcome, everybody, to Life's a Drag. Wait, there it is. Life's a Drag.
Life's a Drag, right there.
We are. I am standing outside broadcasting live in front of the new Wally Parks Tower.
Not true. I am inside the new Wally Parks Tower, and that is true.
That is true.
Before we say anything else, share, like, get this stream out there because we're going to have breaking video news on Life's a Drag today that you'll want to be sure is in your feed.
Right. Also, because it's just popped up, link, merch, everything. Look, I'm wearing
he's got his fire
shirt on today.
I did not bring my Life's a Drag mug to Indy. That's a fail on my part. So
it's all right. We'll be there long enough. We can order stuff off the site, and we can.
And it'll get delivered. Ground. Yeah. So Indy Week, there's already cars on the track.
I heard them.
Sportsman guys, Super Gas just made their first qualifying runs.
Nice. How many? Yeah, this is the big go. Everybody and their brother shows up to this. Yes. How do you feel about other people having races this weekend?
Dumb.
Right?
You should respect. I mean, I know Chris Graves says they got MoCan going on for Funny Car Chaos, which the Motorplex specialty funny car is actually running in. So I'm going to talk out of both sides of my mouth because we're promoting free JEGS Friday Night Live tickets at MoCan with that car. But yeah, I think that this should just be the U.S. Nationals.
Yeah, because NASCAR doesn't have another race, or nobody else is doing a race on Daytona weekend.
I don't think so. I don't think they do anything. Well, now that being said, the Indy 500 day is races all over the place.
Well, that's true too.
So, all right. Yeah, we just kind of walked there. So we just full on Animal House marching band marched our way right into an alley.
Yeah, we did. All right, so throw more races on this weekend. All right, we'll celebrate racing this weekend, wherever and whenever it's happening. Yeah. So, very good. So let's talk about all kinds of fun stuff. So you're in Indy. We're going to hopefully see some of the tower, the new Wally Parks Tower, here after our break. But let's get into what's going on just on the internet. The internet is ablaze.
Bobby Bennett broke the internet yesterday with a Competition Plus story that is Rotten Tomatoes is reporting it's 10 out of 10. Variety said Boffo.
It was really good. Boffo.
It was really good. That basically Bobby truthfully said there's a lot of people rooting for the demise of the NHRA. They're either thinking that IHRA is going to be great or they are just disgruntled people. And he brought up the very valid point that be careful what you wish for, because if the NHRA goes away, what did he call? He had a great deal. He basically said it would be like Mad Max for drag race.
Yeah, Mad Max with burnout boxes.
Yeah.
What a great description, because that's what it is. And like we've said, I know we've said it multiple times on this show. First off, good job, Bobby Bennett. This is definitely the most balanced thing that I've read for you have it. Now, first off, he does say in the piece, he's not an NHRA apologist because he's taken the NHRA out behind the woodshed multiple times. And that's what he has to do because he's a journalist, okay? Let's give him that. But
I'm throwing the link to the article in the chat.
Yes, do that. Because I was trying to find it and I can't find it. I was trying to send it to Joe this morning. He hadn't read it yet. But
it says it's failed to post in WFO Radio TV. I don't know why that is. Maybe WFO Radio TV's got some kind of anti-Bobby Bennett.
but he did. He listen again. We were talking about like our hotel this weekend. We're downtown. We used to be out in Plainfield. Plainfield is way easier to get to the track than downtown Indy. So be careful what you wish for, because it could happen. And if you, like they said, there are people at NHRA who, it's the big picture. They've been doing it for 75 years. They're going to, and it's all about sustainability, because I've had other opportunities to go and do other things outside of the NHRA. And NHRA, because I sign a contract every year, I'm a contractor. They have certain parameters of things I can and cannot do. And my boss there is like, listen, man, you can go do this and make twice what you make with me on a given weekend, but is that race going to be there every weekend for you
Right.
for 20 weekends? And that's where, everybody has NHRA. Yes, they do things crazy. And yes, there's things that make you want to pull your hair out sometimes, but they've been doing it for 75 years.
And what the NHRA is, it's the bedrock. It is the standard. Like the great Mike Tomlin says, the standard is the standard.
Right.
So the NHRA creates this not perfect, but the best structure for professional and sportsman drag racing.
Right.
Now, what it does is it offers competition is good. Someone can say, okay, we like this, but we don't like this. So we will try to do our own special thing. PDRA, Pink's All Out, Funny Car Chaos. But they can at least have a standard for everyone for safety, for payout, for what drivers can expect, for what fans can expect. And without that, it just gets so loosey-goosey and so dangerous, because if you're just in it to make money, which, you're going to cut corners. You're going to be like, oh, you know what? We don't need to have 10 fire extinguishers. Let's get by with 4.
Right.
We don't need to have a helicopter or an ambulance. We can just work out a deal with the local fire department that they say they're going to answer our call right away, and they'll get right over here as soon as we call them.
Right.
Well, that's just,
Yeah, and he does point out, because everybody, and again, if I hear this, man, God, the good old days, back in the good old days. Yeah, just if the NHRA goes away, guess what? The good old days aren't coming back.
Right.
It's just not. That's why they're called the good old days.
Right. And here's the thing that people don't remember. And this is I love the show The Office. And one of the most awesome comments was Andy Bernard said, I wish somebody told me I was in the good old days when I was in them.
Right.
And it's like we could be in the good old days right now.
Yeah.
Look at the competition level. Full fields at Indy. Countdown's going to start. We have a regular season champion. There's all this positive momentum going on, and we're potentially. I'm hearing that the NHRA 2026 schedule is going to come out in the next couple of days, and I think there's going to be some exciting elements to that. So, I don't know. No one's ever going to be 100% happy.
Correct.
But don't crap all over the best thing you have going on. Offer solutions. And I think that's what the best thing that Bobby said is, just if you don't like it, try to change it in a positive way. But don't just try to run it out of business.
Yeah, because guess what? They're not going out of business.
No.
The stuff that we've developed and have gotten from other track operators. I mean, the Bandemere kids, the Traction Twins. But those are operating tracks that are sanctioned tracks that work with Safety Safari and competition to make this sport safer and better. Jeff, good call.
So I think that Bobby is probably one of the most read commentaries that he's had in a long time. He hit the nail on the head, and I just think everyone should go to competitionplus.com and read that and really digest it, and then come out and enjoy a drag race. Come out to an NHRA national event, a regional event, a divisional. You're going to see really cool drag racing, and you're going to meet the stars. I mean, think about the people that 2 years ago are going to be able to be like, oh, I remember when I saw Maddie Gordon racing, in Baton Rouge or racing in wherever. Same thing with Melanie Johnson. Get to a divisional and watch Melanie Johnson race Top Alcohol Dragster, because probably in a couple of years, if things go right, she'll be, her dad will be her crew chief, and she'll be out there whipping everybody's ass.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what she wants to do or not. She loves Top Alcohol Dragster, and she's damn good at it. But
it's just it was. I agree. It was one of the most. When I read it, I actually read it twice. So I wanted to make sure I had it all together, because I was like, okay, there you go, Bobby. He's definitely have to pat him on the back later on.
Yes, for sure.
But yeah, no. So that was setting the internet on fire. In a positive NHRA way that doesn't usually happen. So that was a good thing. And again, And Elon and I aren't NHRA apologists
No.
either. I mean, Elon doesn't work for them. I sign a contract every year, so I kind of work for
and
them.
I've got marketing relationships with them, and but again, I'm as much of a bear poker as anybody, and I constantly am holding their feet, not their feet to the fire, but I'm a little bit of a thorn in their side on some things that I have my opinions on how things should go. But it's again, they've been doing it for 74 years. I don't have all the answers.
Yeah.
But with the good commentary and all the stuff that Bobby was talking about, a little bit of sadness this week.
Yep.
With
the Indy, that like one of the pillars of the Indy world over
with
there.
The passing of Forrest Lucas, and I think if you're going to do a non-racer impact on the sport Mount Rushmore, I really think Forrest Lucas is one of those four faces on that Mount Rushmore.
I agree.
I don't know who the other three are, but I mean, with Lucas, his whole story, rags to riches, building up Lucas Oil Products, and then his commitment to sportsman racers, pro racers, racetracks. I mean, amazing. Just a great, great dude. So sorry for Morgan and Charlotte and their whole family. Just coming a bummer deal going right into the biggest race of the year.
Yeah, and Forrest was one of those guys that because I was Team Geico forever, and they had the Geico sponsorship, and Charlotte would welcome if she saw, she's like, come into the room, and Forrest would be there. Always had a great word to say.
Yep.
He loved hot dogs, which was one of my favorite things because there was hot dogs in the pits all the time. So if we were starving, we'd go grab a hot dog
over there.
Yeah. But yeah, he was a pillar, and he was a great guy and a great man and a great ambassador for drag racing.
I was fortunate when when Linda Vaughn was going through some health issues many years ago, they hosted a charity event for her at their place here in Indianapolis. And I went there with Force. And as we were driving up, there's a huge house and I was like, at first I was, is that the house? And they're like, no, that's like the entrance house. That's like the guard house. It was like massive. And then we kept driving up and they were like, oh, here's the house. And then it was like another, no, that's not, that's kind of, that's someone else's house, Then we pulled up to this massive, beautiful home, and they're like, that's the house, but this event is going to be in the basketball. They had a full court, basketball building. And that's where we had the Linda Vaughn deal. And they probably had 200 people in there at tables. And it was they took care of everything. It was like the Lucases paid for everything. Whatever money was raised went to Linda Vaughn, and they raised a ton of money for her. And that was totally their deal.
They were awesome. I mean, Charlotte's still awesome. Charlotte was, a sportsman racer. She get out there, win some races.
So just a bump. But I will say, and this may sound a little weird, never want to lose an icon like that. But it is kind of fitting that it happened right before Indy, so we can truly celebrate him all weekend at the biggest race of the year. It's always a bummer when someone passes away, and then you're kind of getting the thoughts and prayers at Reading.
Right.
No offense to Reading, but this will be a great way to celebrate Forrest's life and his impact on the sport.
Yeah, and coming off the heels of Brainerd, which is the Lucas Oil Nationals,
right?
He was a staple at Brainerd forever. But it'll be good to celebrate him and his family. Hopefully, Morgan will come out and wave at people.
Wave at people, that'd be good. So cars are on the track. We're racing. What other big things? How about Chris King and Cruz Pedregon going to the IndyCar race in Milwaukee on Sunday?
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this: was there a Daytona race this past weekend?
Yeah, I think so. Was it? But it wasn't like
it wasn't like the second race. I don't know what was going on. I saw Kelly Crandall there, and I was I was looking for that was Saturday, and I was like, where's the race on Sunday? Is that what's going on? I missed it. But then all I saw was the Milwaukee Mile, and of course I saw Cruz there. So
Yeah. So Cruz and Chris King were there. Chris King was there. He had a McLaurin rookie racer at the Norwalk race. So he was there as a guest of the McLaurin guys, and then Cruz was there, I think, doing some Penske or Snap-on stuff. So they're ramping up their Indy week by checking out the Milwaukee Mile.
Yeah,
which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that is. I do like that. I like the crossover when you get all these other guys because I think everybody loves the drag racing component. They like to bring these guys. These guys. I don't know. I don't want to put words in their mouth, but it's like they're like rock stars compared to some of these IndyCar guys because IndyCar seems a little more finesse and
Yeah. These guys are thrash metal, and those guys are your string quartet.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. That's exactly
I'm
what
good
I
with the words sometimes. On occasion.
You are. Oh, by the way, speaking of good with words, as we're getting ready to come on, because it's a huge football weekend this weekend. That's what kills me. College football
yes.
Is going to be in full swing. And ESPN they've got their A crew going up and doing the LSU Clemson game. So they put out a press release about the number 2 crew going to Miami, Notre Dame. And man, I'm like, it just dripped with Werner Communications, PR guys writing stuff. And I'm like, all you had to say is you got the number 2 crew going out there. You didn't have to wordsmith it. No,
you do. You need to prop those guys up. You need to let them know that you're not really. They're just a secondary crew.
Yeah,
but they're not number 2. But yeah, I know. I get quite a few comments. Jason Galvin is a great supporter of sometimes, when teams are struggling and you got to be creative about stuff, he'll send me a text of, wait a second, I thought this driver won the race, but based on your release, it sounds like this guy kicked everybody's ass, but I don't remember, him getting past the second round. And I'm like, hey, got to take all the positives you can.
Right. And you got to make your guy sound like he did win the race. That's the whole point.
Used to write releases for Force, and we would write it like, that he lost to the eventual winner, even if he lost in the first round. Like, John Force, blah, 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 Ready Nationals lost to eventual winner, Cruz Pedregon. And since Force was always around in his fire suit, whether he lost in the first round or the second round or whatever, there were many times that people would just think he was just runner-up.
Right.
Not that he got punched out in the first round.
Yeah,
but he lost the eventual winner, and they just thought, where's another runner-up finish for Force?
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that stuff.
So,
and if you didn't hear Joe's show yesterday, you missed John Force on that show.
Yes.
I thought that was a pretty good little interview with him.
Yeah.
Just checking in, seeing how he's doing, how he's feeling.
And they got I think they're doing some kind of announcement tomorrow at Ray Hall's place.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Maybe it's today. I don't know. That's the thing that's so funny is we got the media schedule. And then there's going to be some kind of announcement on Friday at 5:30. And then there's an announcement on Sunday at 1:30. And like all the PR people are like texting each other, hey, do you know what this announcement is? Hey, do you know what, like seeing who's doing announcements. And we're not really sure with this, maybe it is in regards to the schedule coming out. Who knows? I don't know, but it's.
Yeah, the schedule usually comes out like Sunday or Monday.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at my FYI, see if there's anything exciting happening. But yeah, that's another fun thing about Indy is there's a million fan fests going on. Yes. Everybody's got something happening because they have all their sponsors in town, and most of the race shops are there. So
it used to, like, the Forces used to have an open house, and the Schumachers used to have an open house like today, like back in the day. And I remember one year Peyton Manning actually came to Forces and was signing autographs for a little while when he was the Colts quarterback.
Nice.
And the thing wrapped up, and it was supposed to go from like 6 to 8, and it's like 8:30, and there's still people, a huge car show. And Peyton's like, hey man, I got to take off, whatever. And Force is like shaming him, like, there's still people here waiting for autographs. And Peyton's like, man, I got to go. And we were just like, don't worry, we'll just distract him, Peyton, and then you can just take off.
Right.
And we took Force out in the parking lot, and Force is out there signing race cars in the parking lot. And then when he came back, he was like, oh, did Peyton leave? And I was like, yeah. We kept him here half an hour, maybe longer. I mean, it was something nuts. Like, he was supposed to be there for an hour, and we kept him there for 2. He could not have been nicer about it.
Right.
But he really was kind of like, hey, man, I got It's one of the things I need to do.
Right. I love it. Let's see.
But yeah, we used to run everybody through the shop. It was wild.
We got the beer guy. He finally made it to one of our live shows.
Yep.
Fast Eddie, beer guy. They're all talking. What's up, beer guy? So people are having lunch at their desk right now. Hope the boss doesn't find us.
Yeah, I mean that's why we wanted to do it at lunchtime. Is if you can do it at lunch, watch us live. Yeah. So Selzy was on Shake and Bake last night. I was the opening act for Selzy on Shake and Bake last night.
Nice.
With because breaking Drag Race Bracket Bonanza news. Please sign up for Bracket Bonanza this weekend. We're introducing Pro Mod to Bracket Bonanza.
Ooh.
So you'll be able to fill out a Pro Mod bracket. Now, when Stevie Fast Jackson peer pressured me into adding Pro Mod to the U.S. Nationals about 3 months ago, we looked at the schedule and Pro Mod was running. They're finishing up qualifying on Sunday and then racing on Monday. And then about a week and a half ago, as we're in the final stages of getting the brackets built up and getting all the back end stuff and photos and everything, they see the schedule and they are final qualifying run around noon on Sunday. First round of Pro Mod, 5 o'clock on Sunday night. So you have 5 hours to fill out your Pro Mod bracket. So it's a separate bracket. It won't impact the Drag Race Bracket Bonanza universe, but you can fill out a Pro Mod bracket for Drag Race Bracket Bonanza this weekend. We'll have special prizes. It'll be just like the full big universe. And then Sunday night, you can start filling out your Top Fuel, Funny Car, Pro Stock motorcycle brackets, and it'll be the same deal overnight, and then it'll go live, on Monday morning. But Pro Mod bracket and Top Fuel. So please, Sunday, fill out a Pro Mod bracket. I know those guys love it. They've been super supporters. So we'll just see how that all goes.
Yeah, I'm looking at my FYI here. There's so much stuff going on.
We got all these specialty races. We got Mission Too Fast Too Tasty on Saturday. We got the Funny Car Call Out. Which who do you like in the Funny Car Call Out?
I mean, Austin Prock. I mean, what are we talking about?
I mean, if you're the guy, who should Austin Prock call out?
So who the top is the top 8? Is that what we're talking about?
Yes, but it's not the top 8 in points. It's Cruz is in there, Dan Wilkerson's in there, Beckman, Hagen, Tasca.
That thing's stacked. I mean, they're all good. They all could win.
Yeah. So I think you want to. Caps is in there. So I think you call out Caps. Or you call out a tough guy.
Yeah, you got to call a tough guy. Caps. I mean, dude, they're all tough though. Beckman, you're not going to call out your teammate, but
and don't do the Matt Smith call out your teammate or one of those guys. Yeah, because Matt Smith called out his own teammate to ensure that a Denso bike got to the second round. Now that would be a baller move if Proc called out Beckman.
Yes, that would. Let's see. What is this Truth Bot? You were good on Shake and Bake Show. I think you were beyond the effort for Drag Race Bracket Bonanza to do anything but flourish. Your efforts.
I hope that Truth Bot is a real person and not just one of the many bots that I have out there taking over the internet. But I appreciate it because it is a lot of fun. So
that is good. That was written.
I like the fact that there's 1,125 previous Truth Bots.
Right. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Beer guy calling us out because J.R. Todd is a guy that could easily, But that's the great thing is that call out is going to be the weather here. We have not talked about that. The weather this weekend is going to be
spectacular,
criminally good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quarter zip weather. It's going to be low 70s. It's going to be mine shaft conditions. I think that Friday night session, I'm going to go ahead and say right now, I bet we'll see 3 different guys in Top Fuel run 340 and 2 people. And we could have 5 different people run 340 miles per hour.
All right. So 2 people in Funny Car?
Yeah. Proc and Tasca. I'm going to go Tasca's going to get back into the 340 groove.
There we go.
So
we got Top Fuel. We got Brittany, Doug. And
I think Brittany, Doug, and Sean. All the Coletta guys.
Okay. All right.
The Coletta guys and Brittany.
I like that. Oh, Nighthawk Motorsports Network.
Yeah. I don't know about that. They need a little bit more because also I think they're 8-car fields. Not that we couldn't do an 8-car ladder, but it's a little tricky. I'm not ruling it out. The guy's got a ton of money. If you can find me on the interwebs if you want to reach out about funding Bracket Bonanza on the NHRA side. Never say never.
Yeah, never say never. All right, let's go to break, and then I want to see some stuff. I want to go on a tour of the tower.
Yeah, for sure. When we come back.
Able to do that. All right, cool. Here we go.
Drag racing fans, check out Drag Race Bracket Bonanza. It's the free, family-friendly fantasy bracket game. Now, after final qualifying at every national event, you can fill out your bracket for all the pro classes.
It's free, easy to click on your picks. If you need some help, just hit the randomizer button to fill in the blanks. It's for fun, stay engaged, and pick your winners today.
Looking to replace your OEM diesel particulate filter or diesel oxidation catalyst? Look no further than DPF XFit, a complete line of aftermarket diesel particulate filters and diesel oxidation catalysts designed as an exact fit OEM replacement with all makes coverage for light, medium, and heavy-duty trucks. With thousands of units in stock, we ship the same or next day, and be sure to check out our comprehensive reverse OEM lookup tool. Always new, never remanufactured. For more information, be sure to visit dpfxfit.com. That's dpfxfit.com. The number one source of friction in your engine is not what you think. Piston rings rubbing against the cylinder walls generate more friction than any other part of the engine. More friction and temperature means more wear and less horsepower. Fortunately, the team at Total Seal knows how to reduce friction and wear through innovative piston ring design. If it takes a piston, Total Seal can build a better ring.
Redline Oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Redline Oil, formulated to win.
Formulated to win?
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Proven by me.
Proven by me.
Redline Oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
All right, here we go. Elon is on the move. We are going to get a first look.
This is the auxiliary media center. So this is like where all the photographers are. So you can go right out here. So there's a nice little TV in here. So now we're going to walk out. So this is the new tower. So we'll exit, but then you kind of come in here. This is the main media center.
Anybody we need to talk to in there?
So you got Drag Race Central's down there, Kelly Wade, Abby Warner Woodward from Drag Race Bracket Bonanza, Warner Communications. So not a terrible view. Look at that.
That's not bad at all. That looks actually pretty good.
So now let's go where the real magic's happening.
Yeah.
So get back out of the hallway. And this is going to be, very nice bathrooms, by the way.
Okay.
This is the other entrance.
Key.
This is broadcasting in here.
Who's in there right now talking on the mic? Hey, there's Brian Loans, everybody, talking on the microphone. Hey, Brian Loans.
1041 at 100.
Hey, that's
so
not a bad.
Loans
that's
doing
not
live
a bad,
PA.
That's not a bad look right there, right down the track.
Yeah. And then here's race control. So there's the great Mike Rice.
Hey, Mike Rice.
We're live. We're live on Life's a Drag. Sweet. So there's Austin, who also does some stuff. I'm not
what
really
up,
sure
Austin?
But yeah, so it's a sweet setup. I mean, it's the nicest tower we have on tour, hands down.
Nice.
Oh, and look at it. This is what you're going to like. This is going to bring so much joy to you. That's an elevator.
Oh, thank God there's an elevator in
That
this
is
tower.
an elevator that I take to the second floor with no shame in my game.
I love that. Thank you.
You want to watch a little bit more Brian Loans?
Immediately goes 851 with a 3 at 161.56 miles per hour. Wood goes 1131.1 at 114.
Hey, Brian Loans.
380.
He's doing professional announcing. He doesn't have time for us. So the TV broadcast room right there.
Is Tony Pedregon there yet?
Tony Pedregon is not here. Tony, I think, is a 5 minutes before air guy.
Yeah, he kind of is. That
He does his research, but I don't think he's lollygagging too much.
No.
So yeah, so that's have not gone up on the third or fourth floor, but yeah, that's the tower, and it is.
And that's where all the suites are, though, right? Up in the
I
tower,
think so. Yeah,
second, third, and fourth floor. Okay.
And then there's a patio on the roof, covered patio.
That's where the low zone needs to be this weekend.
Yes, that's where it needs to be raging. There needs to be a bar up there. It needs to be like the old pavilion from the Byron Nelson.
Yeah.
Boats and hose up there. Boats and hose.
Every time I hear that song, you don't need a life preserver because my you know what can float. That's my favorite.
So great. Yeah,
So
we need that needs to be a combination pavilion / waste management open at Phoenix, where there's just so many fans having such a good time that they just rain beer cups down on the starting line.
Yeah, remember
when a guy runs 340. You just shower the starting line with solo cups.
Yeah. Remember that Budweiser like building all the way down at the end of what was that one? Not the one in New Jersey. What the stupid
Englishtown.
Englishtown. God.
Yes.
I would go down there, and those people were so rowdy and drunk. That was the closest thing we had to anything like that.
Yeah,
but yeah,
basically that was trackside zoo.
Yeah, it was awesome. I'd go down there and give them my Jersey attitude, and I could not keep up. They would bring
so much fun. Yeah, so the tower is spectacular. There are already guys. The pro guys are starting to park today.
Okay.
So we'll be continuing to park tomorrow. You got the Cruz Pedregon open house tomorrow night, and that's going to be. They get a ton of Caleb Cox puts together. And they get a ton of drag racers and MMA guys and Indianapolis athletes. Bracket Bonanza will be there, but they have a car show and food, and they raise money for Riley's Children's Hospital. Oh, and so in addition to talking about our special events,
right?
We have 2 that are going on that involve kids this weekend. Are you familiar with both of these events?
I'm familiar with the lemonade stand.
The lemonade stand, but then we also have the Toddler Nationals.
Oh, we're bringing that back?
Bringing that back on Saturday. And it is Steve Torrance's kid, Maverick Hull, will make his appearance as a newly crowned 1-year-old. And the baby race, it is, there's probably going to be, I don't know how that falls in our NHRA, plain NHRA, can't gamble deal, but I've seen some significant amounts of money exchange hands on the baby race.
Yeah, they where did we do that last? Was that Dallas or
Charlotte? I think it's usually in Charlotte in the countdown.
Yeah, because that one's fun. I get over there and I bother and I'm trying to call it like it's a real thing, but you can't run you can't control little kids.
Yeah, but I think the key is you have to give them the appropriate number of Snickers fun bars, or just a little hit of Diet Coke.
Yeah, just
a little caffeine to soup them up. My neighbor used to have his kid. It was Big Oliver and Little Oliver. Little Oliver's probably gone on to many great things. He was a stud Pop Warner football player, and we went and watched his team play, and it was like watching the Dallas Cowboys against some random high school team.
Right.
Little Oliver's team ran all over, and we was talking to the coaches afterwards, and they're like, yeah, we got a little system. We give them some pancakes for breakfast with lots of syrup, and then before the game, we give all of them a king-size Snickers bar, and then we pour 3 cans of Red Bull into the Kool-Aid, the 5-gallon Kool-Aid deal.
Oh, my God.
That's all the parents have to check off on it. But, yeah, so they have, like, those kids, by the time the game starts, are ready to be shot out of a cannon. And then they said the parents love it because after the game,
they're done.
The sugar crash, like 5-hour naps.
Right.
Yeah. So think about it, 7-year-old, 8-year-old kids, king size Snickers bar, Yeah, it was awesome.
Too much. So, so the Hulls say they've been practicing with Maverick.
Yeah. The serious people practice.
Yeah. Didn't Maverick have a birthday? Were you part of the celebrations?
His first birthday party was at the Dallas Children's Aquarium at Fair Park in Dallas. There are about 35 people there.
Oh yeah.
Now the thing is, you give your 1-year-old like its own little small cake.
Right.
And Maverick had no problems at all just demolishing that thing. I mean, once he kind of realized that it was food, he just obliterated it. It was so perfect. So many good. Yeah, so it was good. So lots of little kids, aquarium, great,
Yeah,
and
fish.
Maverick is such a fun kid. He's always in a good mood, big smile. He's the size of a 4-year-old. I think he's going to have a dominant career in the toddler. They'll probably have to put weight on us. They'll probably ultimately have to go pro motorcycle on him after he dominates it for a couple of years. Be like, you know what, Maverick, we're going to have to tie this 25-pound of weight behind your stroller.
That's going to be great. I can't wait to see that.
So I think that's going to be really cool.
Scott, the 2026 schedule, I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow, but it's going to be this weekend, I bet.
Yeah.
So
I would love – the sooner the better. The sooner the better. So, I know, obviously we've got Stampede of Speed coming up. I think there's going to be minor adjustments on the Stampede of Speed date for the better. And exciting things for Stampede of Speed, we're going to be the Fox lead-in race. Also, tons of Fox coverage this weekend. If you can't get to the race, there's like 10 hours of Fox coverage on Sunday and Monday and Saturday. I mean, again, going back to the good old days, this race used to be tape delayed on TNT or TNN, or we would get jacked around by ESPN. But Fox is leaning into coverage, special call-out show, all the live coverage on Monday. It's going to be bonkers.
Well, and also if you don't like the coverage you see on Fox on Friday night, they're going to do like a social media thing. Not as big as we did in Sonoma, but it's going to be somewhat like that.
Okay. Well, that was the mega cast. I'm a huge fan.
I love the mega cast. They're going to be, let me see who's going to be up where. I think Freiburger is going to be here this weekend.
And you can watch racing right now. I mean, I think it's free on NHRA TV right now.
Yeah, .tv's got it going on right now.
Yeah.
Of course. So let's see who's in the tower. Joe and Loans are on Friday night. Galvin and Courtney in the staging lanes. Me DJing, and top end is Freiburger.
Okay. I don't want to take Jim Goddess to task here, but throw his comment up here because this is what's inherently what we're dealing with Bobby Bennett's deal. I hate the way Fox covers it because my DVR isn't smart enough to change channels. That sounds like a DVR problem.
Right.
Can you not? I don't have a DVR. I'm super over-the-air antenna guy. But can you not just set your DVR up to record Fox all day and FS1 all day, and then it doesn't matter? That sounds a little bit more like operator error, Jim. Don't hate on Fox because they're flopping us between Fox and FS1. Be happy we're on two national channels.
Yeah.
It could be on the Ocho.
Yeah.
It could be on the Ocho trying to carve out time between cornhole and body surfing.
Right. And listen, don't forget we've got a TV deal coming up, and it might not hit on hit on your thing.
Jim, here's the deal. Go to your local mall and just find some teenagers. Go to your church. Ask the youth pastor. Get a couple of youth kids over. I rely on Abby Warner Woodard to sort out so many things for me. She gets so irritated about how I do so many technology things about, from how I do the New York Times games to like not just go into the menu. I just type in connections, then I type in sports connections, then I type in strands, and
Yeah, that's awesome.
So,
I don't mess around with that stuff either. I'm like,
And yes, Ted Never Was a Race Car. I believe it is NHRA.TV is live for a couple days.
Yeah, so don't complain that you don't get to see your favorite stuff going on out there.
Yeah.
So let's talk this before we get out of here. Let's talk about everybody who's got a new sponsor on their car and everybody who's got new covers. Everybody's debuting something new out here.
All right, so let's start with the premier returnee, the return of Tony Schumacher.
Yes.
The all-time winningest U.S. Nationals driver. He's got a new sponsor. He was testing in Virginia this week. So I think if you – yes.
That's what it's going to look like?
American Communications Construction.
There we go.
Yes, he will be Rick Ware Racing. He'll be, basically every guy he's racing for his own wins. But when we get in the countdown, every guy that he beats is one less guy Clay Millican has to beat.
Right.
And Clay's adamant they're going to race heads up if they ever run into each other. But the return of Tony Schumacher, massive. Jordan Vandergriff back on the Sean Reed excavation car.
Yep. Alex Laughlin
in the Jim Dunn Racing earning points for Buddy Hull. Buddy will be here this weekend doing autograph sessions and all that stuff. But Alex Laughlin pulling double duty in funny car and pro mod. So he's got all the crazy cars.
Yeah.
And he's won the U.S. Nationals. He won in pro stock.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the guy that can wheel anything. What else do we have? Oh, Jasmine Salinas is back. Glad to have her back on the entry list.
Look at Julie Natus in Dell's car.
I mean, this is like a 20-year anniversary of Dell winning the U.S. Nationals. So that would be crazy. How great are the pictures of young Dell racing, by the way?
Yeah, those are all good. See, going back to the good old days again, right. It's fun to see that. But what I love about Dell, this is the things I remember, is him just riding his dirt bike, doing wheelies all over the place. That's what
he still has his original bike that he had as a little kid. And I had a picture for a while, and I talk about this all the time. He was doing a wheelie through the Pomona pits with his dog on a leash. And I was like, you may be cool, but you'll never be Del Worsham riding your childhood bike with your dog on a leash.
Yeah.
I bet he could do a wheelie the full-on length of the track.
Oh, 1,000% he could. Yeah,
and you know who would be a great drag race of him doing a wheelie? Would be Doug Coletta, who is an accomplished unicyclist.
See, that's what we need to get.
A Del Worsham, Doug Coletta unicycle versus wheelie race.
All right, so I've always had this idea of doing the Nitro Alley stage is going to be called something else this weekend. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but it's going to be called something else this weekend. Okay. They got a sponsor for it.
Nice.
But I wanted to do like America's Got Talent or like NHRA's Got Talent and have the drivers come up there with their dumb talents.
Yeah, because Josh Hart could play the drums.
Yeah.
I would also like to have we need to have an area where there's feats of strength.
I like that as well. Yes.
Get Buddy Hull over there, get Matt Hagan, get Antron, get some of these guys, like America's Strongest Man. Let's just see if they can flip the big tire. Let's get one of those massive Goodyears and just do tire flips.
Yeah. How long and how far?
Yeah. How far can you push a refrigerator, Matt Hagan?
Yeah. Or we'll hook up like one of the Fendt tractors, and you gotta drag the tractor.
Tractor pull.
Yeah. Tractor pull. That'd be cool. See, that's the stuff that I think of, and no one else likes it. I don't know.
Get 4 Top Fuel guys, 4 funny car guys, and they have to pull a Fendt tractor from the starting line to 60 foot.
Or how about this? This is shoulder programming. Bring back Battle of the Network Stars.
Yes,
and we have you gotta do all that stuff, like a bicycle race around a track or a swimming event.
And you get Loans and Tony Pedregon and Amanda, Hannah, you and Joe.
They call it like a real sporting event. That would be the best. I like these ideas. See, this is the stuff that needs to happen.
Yeah, I also think we should do some role reversals. Like, okay, let's just put Bob Tasca in the booth, and you get to warm his funny car up.
There you go. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Take your dad to work day, whatever. So
these are all just dumb things that we think of during rain delays and everything. I'm telling you, I think it would be awesome to do like Battle of the Network Stars or feats of strength and things.
And we talked about the toddler race on Sunday. There's Princess Lemonade Stand.
That's at at Torrance
That's at
pit,
the
right?
Capco pit area. So if you're at the track on Sunday at 9:00, all kinds of drivers, daughters will be over there dressed as princesses, selling lemonade, raising money for the Riley's Children's Hospital. So NHRA is huge supporter of Riley's Children's Hospital. I think Richard Gadsden and Austin and I think someone else were at the hospital earlier this week. But so we're raising money for those guys. But it's very funny to just see all the little young ladies in their princess costumes. They've made videos. So I think if you go on NHRA social or some of the team social, there's videos. I know for sure London Heart has a video out there. And, raising money. The lemonade is very, very good. And just raise some money for that. So that'll be a good time on Sunday morning before we get into the FINICAR call out and the final day of qualifying.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bring cash with me this weekend. I believe.
I bet. I think it's a Natalie Torrance production, so I bet there'll be some Venmo options. But if not, get some cash.
Oh, that's true. That's a good call.
Get some cash.
Yeah, I got. You know what? I think I got some cash here in the bag. Hold on 1 second.
I got to go take some cash to the golf cart people here after the show.
Yeah, I got some money.
You got some.
This is still Seattle gambling money.
That's still Seattle leftover money for you.
Yep. I just kept it in my bag.
But I don't know what else they could pack into Indy. I mean, it really is the best race. It is the longest race. 800 cars. I mean, the guys that win in the sportsman category, God bless them. 7 or 8 rounds of racing.
That's a grind, man.
Starting tomorrow.
The Mark Banks experience. How about fans at events participating with drivers in small competitions? Might bring some more fans back to the track. Okay,
I like that. I mean, I'm not, and we don't really have like the competitions, but there's some like, there was a deal for at Seattle that people got matched up with a driver on performance and they won some stuff. I thought.
Yeah, there's always somebody's doing.
But I do agree that if you had a fan that got to team up with a driver to do some fun stuff, that would get some people engaged.
Yeah. Hey, Jim, hold on. Slow down, man. Does Christine know you have all that cash, Jason? No, listen, that's why it's in my bag.
Right. That's why it's secret. That's really actually not even real money. That's fake money.
Although, Jim, I have given her all of my boathouse money.
You had? When you come home, is she at the door with her hand out like let's see? She like throws me up against the wall, hands up, and then she frisks me down. Where's all that money? Where's all that cash you've been making? Just flipping you over by your ankles and shaking it, it's falling out of your pockets.
That's it. That's what she does. She's crazy. I got a paycheck yesterday, and I'm like, here you go. Take the money.
Yeah, I get it.
Me and J-Lo in a lawnmower drag race. Let's go. Let's go, beer guy. I'm in.
Yeah, skag.
One of those skag guys.
Go full skag. Come on, I'm here for it.
Yeah, so we got too much stuff going on this weekend. Yeah. Where are you staying downtown, Elon?
No, I'm at Avon. I'm at some hotel in Avon. Motorsports Travel hooks me up.
Yeah, we're downtown.
Are you all the way downtown?
Yes, downtown.
You at the Conrad? Are you big balling it at the Conrad?
No, we are at the Hyatt, I believe. Hyatt, yeah. We're
Hyatt Place or Hyatt?
Hyatt.
All right.
So if you want to come see Joe Costello and myself and Galvin and
fill the lobby like they do when Dream Team comes off the bus and just
The funny part is because it's Labor Day weekend and no one is in Indianapolis downtown. That hotel is so quiet. The lobby bar is super nice, but there's no one there.
I'm gonna put a drag race bracket bonanza bounty. Anyone that gets a picture with Logan, Galvin, or Costello in the Hyatt lobby holding up a sign, like a positive promotional sign like College Game Day, tag Drag Race Bracket Bonanza, and I'll send you a Drag Race Bracket Bonanza hat.
Yeah, there you go.
But it needs to be a fan with a sign in the lobby on social media.
And don't do it just for me. Do it for Galvin and Joe.
Yeah, and if it's video, that's even better because I want them to like be truly cheered on as they come into the lobby, just to see how the Hyatt reacts.
There you go. It'll be awesome. It'll be really good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen.
I bet we can make some kind of lawnmower race happen in Charlotte.
Of Of course. Don't they do it already there? Well, they do the
I mean, you guys could be like the B main.
Yeah, we definitely need. Listen, they try not to put too much time in between these rounds, but guess what? If it's for
There's
fun,
time between the rounds.
Yeah. All right, with you gilts.
I love these names. John Force Rocks 1 and Caraman. Is that two people watching together?
I don't know.
Or is
I don't know how
that's
they would do
crazy? That's a crazy name.
The Mark Banks experience. I like that guy's name. I mean,
I feel like the Mark Banks experience could be like a kick-ass show, like a laser show.
That would be cool. Oh, by the way, I found a laser pointer downstairs on my kitchen table. I'm like, what is this here for? That's a problem for me. I'm like,
you're gonna bring it out here and just have it.
Yeah, I'm like a 4-year-old with stuff like that. I'm like,
yeah, of course.
I'll be doing that all weekend long. It's coming out. It's got a green little laser. But yeah, so let's get out of here. Let's go get ready. I got to pack. I'm like,
okay, you got to pack. Okay, all right. Truncated show today, but next Wednesday, baller show because we'll be recapping the 8 minutes we shorted you today. We'll give you 8 bonus minutes next week.
Yeah, you just don't want to hear us going on and on and on.
No, about this stuff. So thank you very much for listening. Share this show. Tune in. Buy merch. Sign up for DragRaceBracketBonanza.com. Pro Mod at the U.S. Nationals. What else? What are we missing, Jason? Watch it on NHRA.tv. Tune in on Fox.
And on YouTube on Friday night.
YouTube on Friday night. And then get to the Hyatt lobby in Indianapolis with your sign to celebrate Jason Galvin, Joe Costello, or Jason Logan.
Brian Loans will be there too, so you celebrate him as well.
Okay, yeah, Brian Loans would also be worthy of celebration.
Yeah. Anybody of fame here at the NHRA will definitely work. I love it. All right, very good, guys.
Also, good point for my Drag Race Bracket Bonanza people. Double points. If you think you're a little bit far behind for the majors, Katie Butera made the major trophies. Double points this weekend for Bracket Bonanza. Close the gap, Jason. Close the gap.
I am so far behind everybody. It would take hundreds of double points for me to catch up. I mean, I suck so bad at this. I didn't even check where I was last week.
That's right. Stevie Fast Jackson and I were talking about our actual level of drag racing expertise is directly inverse to our ability to do well in brackets.
It's so bad.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Jason, I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Get here. Media Center, awesome. Race is going to be awesome. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Have fun. We'll see you out in Indy, and let's hope we make it back alive. Have a great week. We'll see you there.